Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to another video. This one is episode 2 of our March Madness series where everything is about the Dutch oven. Today we're baking bread in our Dutch oven. Yep, that's right, we are baking bread. Didn't know it could be done. I'm learning. Things are new. If you're interested, stay tuned. All right, so to start this recipe, I'm taking 2 cups of warm water and adding 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 packet of yeast, and I'm giving that a mix to sit so that it can bloom. And I like to do this every time I bake to make sure that my yeast is active. So we know that the yeast is alive when a light foam appears on top of the water, and this should happen within 5 minutes. In a large bowl, I'm going to mix together by hand the flour and the salt. Once that's incorporated, I'm going to create a small well in the middle and pour the water yeast mixture into the middle. And once again, I'm going to mix this by hand. As I mix, I'm making sure that I get all the sides and bring it in. If the dough is too sticky, add more flour in small increments of about 1 tablespoon at a time. If the dough is too dry, add more water. This should form a rough dough. Once the dough has come together, I'm going to cover it and let it rise until it doubles in size, and I'm going to leave it for about 2 hours. Okay, I'm going to uncover this and give it a few pokes with my fingers, and since it's risen, it'll slowly deflate. Using my spatula, I'm going to fold the dough. Starting from the rim of the bowl, I'm going to work the dough loose from the sides and fold it up and towards the center of the bowl. Then I'm going to cover and allow the dough to continue to rise for another 2 hours. Okay, so now that the dough has doubled in size again, I'm going to remove it from the bowl onto a lightly floured surface and sprinkle a small amount of flour on top of the dough. Using my hands, I'm going to begin to shape the loaf, folding the dough under itself several times to form a ball. Then clasp together the seams of the dough underneath. In a clean bowl coated with oil and flour, I'm going to place the dough seam side down, and I'm going to cover this and rise for 1 more hour. While the dough's rising, I'm going to preheat my oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit or 230 degrees Celsius and place the Dutch oven in the oven and allow that to heat up for about 45 minutes. Next, I peeled the dough out of the bowl. For easy handling, I would suggest turning over the bowl onto a floured surface area in order to easily pick it up and place it into the pot. Then we're going to cover with the lid and return it to the oven to bake at 450 degrees for 30 minutes. Then we'll remove the lid and bake for 15 more minutes. Once the bread is nicely colored, remove it from the oven and take it out of the pot and allow it to cool for 10 minutes before cutting. And enjoy with your favorite spread. Alright guys, that's a wrap on this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't seen episode 1, head on over to my channel where last Saturday I posted a pot roast video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can get the latest videos. Episode 3 is coming up, guys. Stay tuned.